The value for leaders to understand neuroscience is about understanding how people think, how they feel, and what drives their actions and behaviours. By understanding this, you're going to unlock results so much more easily and without so much effort. The book REWIRE for Success was actually designed through COVID to help people who were really struggling, who were overwhelmed, change fatigued, had a lot of uncertainty. And so I created the book to help people to understand their biggest asset, which is their brain, their supercomputer, and how it actually works. And to know that you're on autopilot 95% and 5% conscious, so that they can be more aware of their behaviours and actually do something about it and choose which habits that actually serve them and which habits no longer serve them. I know what it's like to be burnt out. It was one of the reasons why I went to understand neuroscience so that I could actually rewire myself. And now that I've done that, not only for myself and my family, I've been helping thousands of clients to be able to rewire their brains and to get the results that they want. Problems that a lot of mid-size businesses are facing is that they've got high targets, double-digit growth in some cases. They don't have a full team of people, or their team is not functioning at full capacity. Either people have gone on leave, people absence or not well, sickness, which we've had a lot over with COVID, and COVID still. I know so many people that are still struggling with COVID and being able to get back into the workforce. So there's been a lot of disruptions in regards to health and well-being, and having a full workforce being able to function at any one time. I'd say the overwhelm of the goalpost constantly moving in an organisation has been really challenging. So we create a plan, we're going in this direction, then all of a sudden there's this shift. And now we're going in another direction. So it takes a lot of energy to be able to keep on moving that, and then keeping your people engaged by the storytelling and understanding where they fit in with the vision. I was always taught by my managers and mentors that, Vanessa, bring your thinking brain to work, don't bring your emotions. Your emotions are for home. But actually, when I studied neuroscience from a leadership and performance perspective, we're actually emotional beings that think, and not the other way. Everything goes through the emotional center of the brain. So feelings is really important. Understanding them and creating that psychological safety for a workforce is becoming very important. But there is a fine line in creating the right balance for you as a leader and for your team. So to get to a high-performing team, you need to understand the strengths of your people. You got to know what puts them in a threat state, what puts them in a reward state. And you want to increase and create an environment where you're increasing the rewards. So rewards are short-lived, so you need a lot more of it. And a threat state, it can hold you there where you're thinking of the same problem over and over and over, where it starts to spiral. So it's really important to understand what sort of environment do you want to set your people up, understanding the strengths of each of them, but being able to have an open communication where you can bring them together so they can actually problem solve together and have those nuances and differences where they're firing together to brainstorm and think outside the square. I think giving people clarity is a gift. And I've used neuroscience and used the tools and the models to help people to be able to unlock their obstacles that are holding them back and blocking them, to be able to release that so they can be their best self. The food framework was designed to optimize our performance so that we can actually do our best thinking and our best work. And the F stands for fuel the brain with the right ingredients, overcome obstacles with the brain in mind, organizing the brain to where we do our best thinking, and drive the right behaviours and outcomes that we want to achieve. So we offer 90-day programs in bite-sized chunks. So it's really identifying, gain clarity on what your why and what your purpose is and what's the outcome, what does it feel like to achieve it. So depending on what your problem is or what your challenge is, we customize it based on your needs. 90 days for a program is really important because it gives you a lot of clarity. We're not trying to do everything, but we're focused on 1 to 3 behaviors maximum, because the brain needs to focus on it and understand the goal, understand how to pay attention to it regularly, and also have that positive reward and have the milestones within the 90 days so that you can celebrate and go, I'm actually making progress here. This is actually paying off. We track all the behaviors throughout the 90 days so that you can actually see where you started and where you actually came out at the end of 90 days. You'll be amazed to the difference of where you started and thinking that these obstacles are really huge, and we break them down into small bite-sized pieces. At the end of 90 days, you'll be surprised to how far you've come. If anyone is interested in having a conversation with me about their obstacle, challenge, or pain point that you're facing, you can do that by booking below the link in the description to be able to have a 30-minute conversation with me to really understand what it is that you're facing and how I could potentially help you.